whispers started early. "You're different," a casual comment, a loaded accusation. You felt it at family dinners. An invisible wall, a different language, spoken only by you. A discord, a silent disagreement with every tradition, rule, every inherited despair. While they laughed, you saw the cracks, patterns repeating, a grim generational echo. The familiar arguments, the same resentments, passed down like heirloom jewelry. You knew, deep in your gut, this wasn't your story. Not anymore. This realization isn't a gift. It's a terrifying responsibility, a heavy mantle. It's the burden of seeing what others ignore, the pain they normalize. This foresight isn't power. It's a profound loneliness, a separation from your roots. The first seed of defiance, small, potent, germinated in your discontented soil. You try to speak up. The response, a dismissive wave, a patronizing smile. That's just how we are, they insist, a defensive shield against your rebellion. The subtle jabs begin, too sensitive, too dramatic. You think you're better. Family gatherings become battlegrounds of passive aggression, loaded silences. Every choice you make, diverging from their path, feels like a betrayal to them. They don't see a curse. They see heritage. They don't see pain. They see normal. Your attempts to heal are interpreted as an attack on their very identity, their past. This isn't just opinion. It's a clash of fundamental realities, unyielding. The emotional cost? Constant ache of misunderstanding, crushing weight of isolation. You're no longer just different. You're an adversary, an outsider looking in. The moment arrives, a definitive breaking point, a final straw, unbearable truth. You stare into your family's future, seeing your reflection, your child's. The fear of perpetuating the pain becomes greater than breaking away. This isn't just about you. It's about every generation after, a sacred vow. It's the terrifying responsibility of starting a new story, a blank page. You decide to sever the chain, not just for yourself, but for the future. A silent, desperate promise echoes, "This stops with me. It ends here." The courage required is not a roar, but unyielding resolve, steel in your spine. This choice is an act of war, against history, expectation, the comfortable familiar. It's a plunge into the cold, dark waters of the unknown, absolute severance. The immediate fallout is brutal. Family closes ranks, a fortress against treason. You become the outcast, the pariah, whispered about in hushed tones, judgmental glances. Holidays are empty chairs, celebrations, an echoing silence where your name belonged. Emotional blackmail begins. Guilt trips, pleas, veiled threats, desperate manipulation. They weaponize your past, childhood, your love, to pull you back into the cycle. Self-doubt gnaws. Am I wrong? Am I breaking everything for nothing? Loneliness becomes a constant companion, a heavy cloak draped over your shoulders. You mourn the family you thought you had, the one you desperately wished for. This isn't freedom yet. It's agonizing transition, desolate emotional wasteland. Every step forward feels like ripping flesh, leaving an open wound. The real work begins, confronting your own inherited traumas, patterns within you. This isn't external anymore, it's an excavation of your psychological landscape. You face uncomfortable truths about yourself, painful reflections of the curse. Therapy, self-reflection, endless tears, despair, and small victories. It's an agonizing process of unlearning, deconstructing, painstakingly rebuilding your identity. You learn to grieve the past, not just the one you had, but never will. The anger surges, righteous fury at injustices, inherited suffering, wasted years. But anger alone isn't enough. It must transform into fierce, protective self-love. You start setting boundaries, a fortress around your nascent, vulnerable new self. This self-protection is not selfish. It's revolutionary self-preservation. You emerge not unscathed, but forged anew, tempered by fire, scarred. The emotional toll is undeniable. You carry the weight of what you've endured. Some relationships are irrevocably broken, severed ties that will never mend. You live with consequences of courage, the quiet sacrifice of connection. But you discover resilience, a depth of character you never knew existed. You find your own voice, clear, unwavering, no longer an echo of pain. The loneliness eases, replaced by quiet solitude, peace with your choices. You start attracting new connections, a chosen family built on authenticity. The old fear of repeating history diminishes, replaced by deliberate choices. This is the bitter truth. You never truly break a curse. You just stop participating. Then you see it, the ripple effect, the subtle shift in your chosen family. They are free from burdens you carried, lighter, brighter, unencumbered by past. You watch them thrive in ways you never could, unburdened by chains. This is your legacy, not wealth, but emotional freedom, a clean slate. The profound joy in their unscarred existence, a testament to your brutal battle. But even this joy comes with a lingering ache, acknowledging your fight. You carry the scars so they don't have to. This is the ultimate, quiet sacrifice. The curse isn't gone. It's held at bay, its tendrils forever seeking an opening. Your vigilance remains, a quiet guardian, a warrior forever on the watch. This new story is fragile, precious, built with effort and protected fiercely. What does it cost to break a generational curse? Everything. Absolutely everything. It costs your comfort, acceptance, your place in the familiar tapestry of past. It costs relationships, some beloved, all part of the old world you left. It costs years of agonizing self-discovery, facing darkest parts of your soul. It costs the illusion of belonging, forcing you to forge your own path. It costs peace of mind, replacing it with constant vigilance, internal alarm. It costs the innocence of not knowing, plunging you into brutal truth. It costs the version of you that might have been, simpler, happier, but chained. And you pay it willingly, because the alternative is far more terrifying. The price, your entire self, sacrificed for a freedom you can only build.